Hey guys, happy Friday. How are you doing? My name is Hazel Fernandez, and honestly, I am still trying to figure out what's the best title I could attach to myself because at the end of the day, of course, titles are great. However, I am a multi passionate. I was diagnosed with ADHD, therefore, my brain is like a Ferrari with bicycle brakes. I don't even know who said that, but that's not from myself. But it's the metaphor of how I show up in the world. Now, in the past, I have been really struggling in terms of how do I figure out on serving my people. So now I've come to a realization that, okay, I am in my 40s, I'm very creative and very neurodivergent. That's what my psychologist told me. And I've been studying the connection between mind, body, and spirit for the past 15 years since I moved to Canada. And if we go back to memory lane, can you feel me? Raise your hands or drop me an emoji or anything, a comment below. If you can feel me that when you were just a little girl or boy, or however you identify in this crazy age that we all live in, is that you felt like you're different. You felt more connected to deeper things like the metaphysical, the spiritual side of things, the things that do not have a concrete answer to your crazy questions as a child, right? So I have done a lot of my own inner healing work, specifically in the realms of CPTSD and ADHD, all these disorders that they are calling and labeling us. So for me, let's just scratch all the labels, all the titles, because that's just the old program. Can I talk to you like a real human being would? I'm just using my camera. Like if you consider me as a friend here on Facebook, even if you don't know me. So let me introduce to you. My name is Hazel Fernandez, and I am still working out on how I can provide value in terms of the knowledge that I have, the trainings that I have, the wisdom that I gathered from my journey, especially the relationship that I had had with pain, chronic pain and illness years back. And I am at this place now where, oh my God, if we are going to rate the pain from 0 to 10, I had 10 in the past 5 years, whereby I wasn't able to really work like I used to. And that really changed the whole thing and how I approach my life, because I never really thought that there's, I guess it's kind of like a gift from God that I would say that my breakdowns, aka my body not supporting me, my health was losing its grip on me. Because at the end of the day, I was working and trying to do my own research, having a village of health professionals, trying to piece the puzzle pieces together. And I am here to tell you that I am very sorry. I have something in my nose. There's something in the system here in Canada, where I live now, that the healthcare system is amazing, obviously. However, it's so overwhelmed. Even the medical doctors, my own doctors, the nurses that I know of, the aides because I talk to a lot of people from top to bottom, because I'm curious, like, why are we seeing a rise of mental illnesses and disorders in the West and maybe in the East that I don't know of. And we're still shaming people, labeling people, putting people down because they have a very unique, very different from the way you think. I don't subscribe to groupthink. Sorry, my phone is running out of battery. So 1 second, let me just plug it in. There you go. So I am in the flow now. So the point being is I have, in my own personal opinion, my own observation and experience, I felt like we have got to take control of our lives, the choices that we make moment by moment. So I'm going to drop this quote from J.K. Rowling. It is our choices that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. And if I can add, gifts that comes naturally to you. So yes, I was drowning in shame, in fear, in doubt, imposter syndrome, all the things. Because society meaning people around me, family, friends, co-workers, bosses, everyone that maybe kind of like think differently than me. And there's no wrong, nothing is right or wrong. It's just that we have different perspectives from our own lenses, how we were brought up, how we were shaped by our own experiences, especially the painful ones, because our primitive brain, your primitive brain, is designed to make you alive. Therefore, we have this negativity bias that if you look for something negative or something bad or something wrong, even if you're looking at me right now like, what's wrong with this girl? If you're judging me, your subconscious mind, your mind thinking, what is she talking about? We are programmed as little children. We are carefully taught to think and believe in specific deities. Like me, I was programmed to believe in God, Jesus, all that stuff, heavily. And in school, again, another programming from teachers who tried their best but failed. I mean, the school for me growing up wasn't the right environment for me to thrive. I survived. Yes, I did. I am proud to say I was part of the top 10. However, nobody knew that I was freaking struggling inside. And it affected the development of my brain. So it's called developmental, what is it? Developmental, gosh, I'm having a blank. Neurodevelopmental, Jesus Christ, neurodevelopmental, like an arrestive development, if you will. So neurodevelopmental way of when you're young, your brain is growing and developing. So if you're in a healthy, safe, loving, all these beautiful things in the environment, you have you are programmed to be safe, to feel safe and secure within yourself. But in my case, I had a buffet of craziness. So I am not here to shame or blame my caregivers, teachers, and pastors, and all these teachers who did their best according to their own consciousness at that time. However, as a child, I felt like I was disappointed and they failed me. Now, I'm not going to wallow in the old story of victimhood. I am going to flip the script of, okay, so that happened. I will acknowledge that and I will forgive myself for everything that I have been through, because it taught me to remember who I am versus following a specific path that is not designed for me. So I'm raising my glass. I don't have my glass in here, just the proverbial virtual glass to you. If you were called crazy, a misfit, a troublemaker, misunderstood, what else? Anything that was labeled onto you, that you were like branded, that you were this and that. Let me remind you, you are awesome, and you came to this world because you actually, all your struggles, your personal struggles, and the many challenges that we face, like very personal to each and every one of us and very unique to our own path, is you apparently came into this world to learn the things, the lessons that you struggled, be it in your finances, relationships, health, spirituality, all the areas of your life. So, guys, let me know. I need your help. Let me know how I can support you in the realms of neurobiology, health, and in the realms of ADHD and creativity, because at the end of the day, I have tried so many healing modalities to heal my brain and my body and my whatever, and it's exhausting. Physically, mentally, emotionally, relationally, socially, and financially. Okay, I am just very grateful that I have the support of my loved ones around me, that I'm still here and I'm still standing and alive. I'm very grateful for that too, to share this testimony with you. And I'm still working on this vulnerability piece, not to perform, to tug on your heartstrings, if you will, but really coming from a place of heart to heart talk, And I was not programmed to do that. I was programmed to just fight, to just smile when you are crumbling inside. And no, I'm dismantling all the old program that I used to do, which is not obviously working for me no more. So the reason being I'm talking to you now is because I finally listened to the wisdom of my body, to the pain that I have survived. And this last year and this year, I declare that I am on the path of really embracing myself, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever, because it's in the mess that I found this beautiful message that I am sharing with you. And art, I swear to you, chose me, because I had a resistance about becoming an artist, because I've heard about, oh, you're not going to make money off of your beautiful art, or nobody will buy from you except your family or friends, and da 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 da, or this struggling artist, which is so BS, because I have seen a lot of women who are creatives and men who made a huge ton of money, multi-millions, that it's possible. Van Gogh, right? Like, for me, what do we have to wait to die in order to make our art piece become multi-millions, right? So I am inviting you to think and feel with me. How are you taking care of your big dreams when you were just a child, and now that you are an adult? How are you making it work for you despite all the challenges, despite all the negativity around us? Because in the new earth, take anything that resonates, and if you don't like what I'm talking about, turn it off. I am saying that we are now entering, after COVID, we're now entering, this is how I feel, we're now entering into a very different way of normal. We're never going to go back to the old ways. I am not going there. So if the future is now, the new currency of this new vibe, this new 5 dimension that people are talking about in the spiritual community is elevating your vibration. That you are no longer going to tolerate what you were used to doing with family and friends, co-workers and everything. If you are not an energy your energy is not a good match. Your frequency, think of a radio, right? If you're trying to listen to jazz music, but you're tuned into hip hop, guess what? You're going to hear hip hop songs, right? So, energy, your vibe, when you shift your vibe, you're definitely going to attract your soul tribe, your frequency, which is really on the ethereal, esoteric level, whereby it feels like you're floating in the air. And think of an eagle who flies higher, especially when there's a storm. What else? I'm gonna check because I forget things sometimes. And vibration, right? So energy, frequency, vibration, and obviously the way you think and feel. So think, what do you want to focus on, right? And how do you want to feel? If you're still going through a place of numbness, or you cannot even articulate what you're feeling or identify a specific emotion that you are feeling, I would say we are all in this together, and you try and find a healthy way that you can cope versus shopping therapy. That was me before, and eating. Oh my God, I would eat my feelings before. So if you are ready and if you're willing to help me, let me know in the comment section below, because I am still in this process of figuring things out. However, I'm going to show up for my dreams and my vision, and just really doing baby steps one day at a time, because life is beautiful. Really, it is beautiful. And who would have thought that I could paint something like that when I never went to freaking art school? I can doodle, I can draw, I can color, whatever, but I didn't have the basics of, okay, you have to combine blue and green to create something new, and I am very curious as a child. And even if you say, Hazel, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, child things and whatever? Even if you're an adult, you have an inner child with you. And that, my friend, is the program that you were taught to believe, to think and feel and do as a child, okay? And my understanding is that 95% of how we feel, think, do things, whatever, how we show up in the world is how we were programmed. So are we doomed? No. You have the power to choose differently and wisely this time, because you are an adult now, And again, I'm so grateful for everything that had happened. And now that I am in this place of, okay, how can I serve? How can I get paid in a way that is fun, freeing for me? And I just don't like to be bogged down with the 9 to 5 things where you have to be, again, the left side of the brain where you have to do things to make it happen. Obviously, we have to take action because we cannot just dream. It's a two-way street. But the point is the boring side of things when you're running a business and how I teach. So obviously, I'm also, recovering from my perfectionism and procrastination, procrastivity, all the things that is called negative in terms of the condition that I have with ADHD. So I refuse to be a victim, and I refuse to be labeled that this is a disorder, whatever. If I am going to listen to these people, and I am really studying about the neuroscience level, and even let's say if my doctor would say, oh, it's genetics. Have you heard about epigenetics? Dr. Bruce Lipton even said, epi is above genetics. So you can be above your genetics. So meaning you have the full control of your genetics. And every time I see a doctor and they would say, this is it. Are you sure? I would not believe even the diagnosis. I would say, thank you for the feedback, but I will not accept that you're telling me that I will be sick for the rest of my life. Excuse me? Your body has the power to heal if you put it in a very safe, healing environment. So this is where we are, my folks, my friends. And help me, let me know how I can help you and support you, because I'm also trying to figure things out. Are you kidding me? And having to reframe my mindset in terms of, oh, maybe I can do a very different business model according to how neurodiverse my brain is, instead of labeling it as, oh, you have a broken brain or you can never be successful because of the way you do things. BS, I call that BS. So as long as I'm alive, there's always going to be hope, and God is by my side. In fact, the spiritual meaning of my name, Hazel, is God sees or God watches over. That's the very reason why my mom picked that amongst all the names from the baby book. So how are you taking care of your inner child today? If you're a parent or a mother, how are you going to parent your little girl? I don't know how old your inner child inside, like let's say 5 or 2 or whatever, the tantrums, the frustration, I feel you. And so when we have that moments of, I want to pull my hair, I want to scream or whatever, I get it. But is there a way that we can reframe it and connect into our hearts that everything is going to be okay, right? And we're not here to just follow the masses. We're here to stand out, to share our God-given gifts. So that is what I'm doing, imperfectly, as long as I'm making progress. Even if the progress is like this, I don't care. I am proud of myself. So I hope that you're proud of yourself too. And this is the mission that I am given. So therefore, what can I do? I'm going to be speaking to you or share this as long as somebody's listening. And I'm going to put this on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this message to our soul group. And please do not let the labels or other people say that you're it or this or that. Screw them. Bless them, but then gracefully walk away and have compassion for yourself that different is okay. Different is okay. All right. So I love you guys. Thank you again for all those people who never left me through thick and thin. I love you so, so much. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.